Okay. Welcome back.
A Florida teacher is facing 25 felony charges after allegedly using AI to create child sexual abuse material featuring his own students.
Man, this case is so annoying.
Case that marks a chilling new frontier in digital exploitation, and we're going to break it all down for you right now. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. Okay, so this is a case that honestly reads like a futuristic nightmare, the kind of thing that no parent ever imagines happening to their child. But you know, in the age of artificial intelligence, AI, some of our worst fears are no longer science fiction. They are becoming reality. And here at Sidebar, we cover countless cases involving teachers, people in these trusted positions, abusing that trust in unthinkable ways, inappropriate messages, secret relationships, and in the most horrifying cases, sexual assault. This case stands apart because the alleged abuse didn't involve physical contact. It involved AI. A Christian school teacher now stands accused of creating artificially generated child.
That's not very Christian of you.
Apparently featuring his own students. David McKeown wasn't just
Or
any
is it?
sixth grade teacher at United Brethren in Christ Academy. No, he was respected, he was trusted, but on June 2nd, a cyber tip from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children landed on the desk of Holly Hill Police Detective Kelsey Palm. And what she apparently uncovered would shake the entire department. That tip alleged that someone at the school was using Discord, this platform that's very popular with teens and gamers, to distribute child sexual abuse material. Police say that they were able to trace the account on Discord back to McKeown. Now, investigators say he shared 19 explicit files depicting child sexual abuse, along with 6 graphic videos showing himself engaged in sex acts with an animal. But maybe the most horrifying revelation out of all of this? Authorities believe he may have used AI technology to create pornographic content featuring real children, possibly using photos of actual UBIC Academy students. In an official release, Florida Attorney General James Othmeyer called it a complete betrayal of trust, saying, quote, as a teacher, parents trusted Mr. McKeown to impart knowledge to their children. Instead, he spent parts of the school day sending and receiving child sex abuse material and providing other pedophiles with UBIC Academy students' personal information. What he did is beyond betrayal. It's devastating and sick. Our Office of Statewide Prosecution will aggressively pursue justice for these children and their parents. On June 20th, the investigation came to a head. Officers from the Holly Hill Police Department, alongside agents from the FDLE Cybercrime Task Force and a digital detection K9 named Ruby.
Do you still have the same take on deepfakes of yourself? Yeah, I literally don't give a shit.
According to officials, was overwhelming.
I don't give a shit.
Of exploitation. The release from the AG's office reads, quote, law enforcement believes he utilized artificial intelligence technology to create child sexual abuse material with real children, some of whom may have attended UBIC Academy. Initial search warrants revealed that McKeown was
Forsen is an adult, that's different.
Communicating with users on Discord, a popular group chat service, during school hours and while connected to the UBIC.
No, you can't have it both way though, I'm afraid.
Crazy story.
You can't say that it's different. You can't say that when girl streamers get deepfake, say that's not them. Because I remember what chat was saying back then. I remember exactly what you guys were saying. That's not them. I don't understand why they're upset. Yeah, none of it is real. Regardless of age, none of it is real. I don't even know how they do. How do they even like do this shit? Because aren't the AIs like super proof of this shit?
Follow the steps on the app, you get paid. So to find
I don't use AI, but like there's so many fucking countermeasures for these like not safe for work stuff.
5 cents back on every gallon on your first tank of gas. He was arrested. He's currently in Volusia County Jail.
Run your own
$1 million bond, facing 19 counts of possession of child sexual abuse material and 6 counts of bestiality, charges that could put him behind bars for over 300 years if he's convicted. That's based on our calculations.
Local custom
UPIC
models.
Academy Board Chair Don Ross responded publicly to the arrest just
I didn't know you could do that. I thought,
headlines in a
I
statement
guess,
posted to Facebook
of course you can. If anyone
after learning of David
has
McKeown's
done it,
arrest,
then other
we
people
sent the
can, of
following
course.
statement to our school parents via email through our school management.
I'm not
We've been made aware
I'm not
of
very
the
learned in the ways of AI, but I thought you had to machine learn it a lot.
We are shocked,
Which, if you run your own,
by the serious allegations of misconduct against him. Our employment relationship with David McKeown has been terminated, and we are cooperating fully with law enforcement authorities. And by the way, this is a case that just marks a terrifying new chapter in the evolution of child sexual exploitation, with AI technology now being weaponized by predators, even within schools. FDLE Commissioner Mark Glass didn't hold back, calling the defendant's alleged actions a direct threat to student safety, saying this arrest is deeply disturbing. Not only was this individual trafficking in vile material, but he was doing it on school grounds, during school hours, surrounded by children. At
Wage
FDLE,
cuts.
we will never allow predators.
Never working, always browsing, huh?
We will track them down, expose them, and bring them to justice. Okay, a lot to talk about. To help me break this all down, I want to bring on a special guest. I'm joined right now by Mary Pham, professor, University of Washington School of Law. So good to have you here. Thanks so much for coming here on Sidebar. Appreciate it.
Happy to join you. Thank you.
How do you think that AI-generated material like this, how does this complicate existing child pornography statutes and laws, particularly when the material, it doesn't involve actual physical abuse, but it uses real students' likenesses? This is a totally different realm we're in.
That's right. There's an explosion of AI-generated pornography, child pornography, pornography involving adults, and the laws are catching up. We are seeing this in Florida. Florida, in fact, became the 5th state to update its laws to address AI manipulated images that put real people's faces on AI generated material to create pornography.
Do you think it's complicating criminal law in any way? Do you think that there are difficulties in now going to be prosecuting people who are in possession or create this?
I mean, they're basically saying,
well, you get egregious.
You can't blame the other people on having the same take as you. I didn't blame anyone. I'm always trying to use logical and rational and objective point of views. Most people have very subjective point of view because they have been taught or,
sometimes, for example, what if you have
they've been taught or conditioned to think a certain way from upbringing or society or whatever. I mean, you can do a bunch of thought experiments. Like, okay, he put students' faces on this AI porn shit. What if it was those randomly generated faces that aren't actually real people, but a child? Would that be okay? It's not a real person. It's not a real face from anyone.
Is there any way people can protect themselves?
Who is actually hurting there? If you want to bring out an actual debate about this, an argument, who is hurting? What is your counter argument to it? If it's not a real person, not a real face of anyone?
I think that they are not, because, for example, we may just limit our sharing to our friends, our 800 or 1,000 friends. You just never know what images.
It's enabling worse behavior. You're saying that it's a gateway drug for pedophiles to want more. Is that what your argument is?
Having images available, but still, what do you do when you have a situation like this, for example, where a teacher?
Some would argue it's the opposite.
Student images for
maybe it's restraining them from acting out.
I teach. I like to memorize.
You gotta see both sides of the argument too.
There are a lot of good professional reasons why.
I don't have enough. I can't be arsed to deep dive into something I don't care about. But there's definitely an argument to be made for that. It could potentially have the other effect where they don't act out on it because they have a source.
schools.
Back in the day, if you were a pedophile and before the internet, you only had one way, right,
This is true.
of acting out on it.
School Wi-Fi and devices during working hours to allegedly commit these crimes. Should the schools face any sort of liability?
I mean, if I don't know, you certainly don't know, because I'm way smarter than you, right? So it makes sense.
So schools, educational institutions already.
But yeah, I don't care enough about this topic because it doesn't interest me. Does watching porn diminish or increase your appetite for sex? It increases your appetite for porn, I would say. So your argument is retarded. Plenty of people who prefer porn over sex after watching enough porn, even if they're in a relationship.
They
right?
must feel control, and they must always get what they want.
You are
Now,
retarded.
this is important to understand.
When
from
an
this perspective.
average IQ person calls me retarded,
Narcissists
it's like
can be the
a
sweetest,
kid
nicest
calling
people
me
in the
stupid,
world,
right? It's like
99% of the time.
Bulletproof armor,
until
my
they
man.
don't get what they want. And then you got World War III. They explode, and there is hell to pay to anybody who has crossed them. So what I'm saying is this. Narcissists can act very healthy until they're triggered. And it's those triggers that reveal their true colors. They can no longer hide their deeper stuff once they get triggered. The masks come away and they come out. So some of the main triggers for a narcissist are perceived rejection. So if you reject them or say no to them, watch out. Not getting what they want, not getting enough attention, you're not feeding me enough, or anything that messes with their image. So what happens if they don't get what they want or they get triggered? Usually they go to
6,000
anger,
people here,
and
at
then
least
they get
60 are
cruel,
smarter than you. Yeah, and all those
abusive,
people
they
would
lash
agree with
out,
me.
They say extremely hurtful things, and they can be very destructive. Just that one trigger can set off a whole lot of painful things, and they can do that and not even have a conscience about it. So you often don't know a person's a narcissist until one of their triggers get triggered, and then their true colors will come out. Another characteristic of a narcissist, because they always have to be fed, is they have a lot of jealousy issues. What happens in an extreme narcissist is this: if you're in a relationship with them, the only way they can be convinced that they're the son of the universe is that there's nobody else in the universe but you. So they get rid of all your friends, they get rid of your family, and they demand your full attention. And they're jealous if you talk to anybody else, if you go to an activity somewhere without them. Jealousy kicks in, and they get really cruel when jealousy kicks in, and their control issues.
I'm the least jealous
go up a
person on
notch.
this planet, probably.
Extreme sensitivity and a tendency to be easily hurt, to feel rejected over the slightest little things. So if you're with a healthy person, it takes a lot to really make them feel hurt by something that you might do. A narcissist, they feel hurt when you've hardly done anything, because they pick up hurt easily because of all of their shame issues.
Now you know, chat. That's right, I think the tier 3, 82 months, the tier 3 league leveling tutorial stream was very helpful for Forsen. Okay, I'm glad you liked it, man. I'm glad you liked it. We had a blast. Aiden XD, thank you, man, as well. Welcome.